figure out what happened to British Airways Flight 5390. We're here with the CEO of British Airways, Felicia Burgess, to talk on this situation.
Hi everybody. Hi Kaylee.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. When did this incident happen?
This incident happened June 10th, 1990, and it was one of our most catastrophic accidents for the British Airways.
What aircraft was it and where was it going?
It was a jet airline charter, a flight 5390, and it was heading out to Birmingham Airport towards Spain.
Okay, so what happened to the aircraft when this all occurred?
At around 8:33, the flight attendants were preparing for their meal service as usual, and we were just lifting, trying to get up to cruising altitude, which is 32,000 feet. Then when our two flight attendants, Susan and Nigel, were going into the cockpit, they heard a loud bang, and immediately fog was in the aircraft, and they didn't even make it. They got to 17,000 feet, and then the cockpit window flew off, and the captain went flying out on top of the aircraft. He was just holding on by his feet.
Oh my gosh, so what ended up happening to the captain after?
For 22 minutes, the flight attendants were holding on to his legs, and the first officer had to make a rapid descent, try and land the aircraft safely.
Wow. Was he alive at this point?
The captain was unresponsive and his eyes were open. By this time, we knew that he had no oxygen in his lungs and he was experiencing hypoxia. We were very sure that he was dead, but the flight attendants, they still were holding on to his legs.
Wow, so why did the flight attendants not let go of him? Because they were putting themselves at risk being near the broken window.
So if they had to let go of him, he would have went, there was a chance of him going into the engine, and that would have caused it to, the officer made the decision to just have them hold on while he could land it.
Yeah, that's good they held on. So if the crew was in the cockpit, how did they deal with the passengers in the cabin?
There was another flight attendant in the cabin, and she was yelling her brace positions to the passengers to keep them all safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did the first officer manage to safely land the plane under these circumstances?
The first officer got a hold of air traffic control and clearance, and they landed the plane at Southampton Airport. He had to use his own knowledge and training to land this aircraft because it was very unusual for us.
Yeah, has anything like this ever happened before?
Nothing like this has ever happened before. He was thinking of the safety of everybody. Due to the captain's pushing down on the control panels, the aircraft got closer to the ground, and he needed the flight attendants to release his legs and hold on very tightly to him while he tried to get the aircraft level to land it properly.
Okay, so who all survived this?
All the crew members and passengers survived, and this is all thanks to our flight attendants, our captain's our first officer, and air traffic control. 87 people survived this day.
Wow, so how did the captain survive?
Everyone was very sure that the captain wasn't going to survive. He was laying on top of the aircraft for 22 minutes. First officer got the aircraft from 17,000 feet to 10,000 feet pretty fast. Due to the quick thinking and ability of the crew, captain was survived, and we were all very happy about this.
That's so good. So how did the ground crew handle everything?
Ambulance and medical were waiting at the runway already. Emergency evacuation was immediately done, and to take crew and passengers off the aircraft, and as soon as they arrived, so they were cared for right away.
That's good. Did he have any severe injuries?
He didn't have anything severe. He did have a few fractures and frostbite, and he came back to the aircraft 5 months later, so
Oh wow.
really loves flying.
Wow, that's so good. So how were the passengers feeling about all of this?
Everybody was very frightened and emotional, but for the most part, everybody was okay, and we're all just relieved to see everybody safe.
Everybody was taken care care of, what was the next step for the aircraft?
After the incident, there was a very quick investigation that I made happen so that we could check what happened to the aircraft and why this happened. So we definitely don't want this to happen again in the future.
Yeah, for sure. What did the investigators find out about this incident?
So the night before the aircraft was in the maintenance shop, it had a window repair needed done, and this was 27 hours before the flight. So because the window detached from the aircraft, the investigators first went searching at the maintenance shop, and they did find out who was repairing that aircraft, that window that day.
Okay. So if it was being repaired, how could this have happened?
It turns out that the maintenance guy was very rushed for time. He wanted to get the job done quickly, so he eyeballed the size of the bolts, and when he replaced them, 84 of the 90 bolts were the wrong size, causing the window to be unable to withstand the air pressure.
So what are the solutions being made so that this doesn't happen again?
So after our company fired the maintenance guy, and there was a new law that came out about how the shift maintenance manager has to double check the aircraft before it goes for their takeoff now.
Yeah.
So having a second eye is definitely going to eliminate future accidents. Yeah.
Okay, I'm really glad precautions are being taken care of.
Yes, thank you. Me too. We're very happy with everybody. I'm very happy no one got severely injured, and the crew members were awarded. So Nigel and Susan were presented with an award of valuable service to the aircraft, and First Officer Atchison was awarded for his ability and for being a hero of the day.
Yeah. Wow, that's so good. Well, thank you for coming today and sharing this information with us.
Mhm.
It was nice having you.
Thank you. It was so nice you guys having me. I'm glad that I got to share what really happened, and
Yeah.
it was really nice being here.
Thank you so much.